Hello, struggling to get your Thrustmaster T128 or T248 working? Have no fear, I'm hoping that I can get you through to it, and by the end of this you will have a working steering wheel. My name's Aaron. My in-game name was usually Deg Dog Scampy, and I'm making this video because I struggled like hell getting my Thrustmaster to work. I've done it, I've got it working, it works perfectly, I absolutely love it. So the date today is the 22nd of December 24. With it getting towards Christmas, I'm assuming that some people are going to be buying themselves, or little Timmy or little Isabel, a Thrustmaster steering wheel, so they can either play on the racing games or Farm Simulator. I bought it for Farm Simulator. I don't do racing games, so I'm not sure. Like, this day and age, you would think that a thing like this, a steering wheel, it should be just plug and play. You should be able to just plug it in and go. But not. That's not the way it is, it seems. So I've not tried it for racing games. It may well be plug and play for racing games. It might not. Excuse me. I have got a cold, so you'll have to bear with me. Please stick with me. If you want to get your steering wheel working, stay till the end of the video, because I have severe dyslexia, so it takes me a while to get some stuff sometimes. Like, I'm always better with somebody showing me how to do something. Excuse me. And I just coughed again. It always takes me a while to kind of get things. Like, I'm always better if someone shows me, and I'm not very good at. That sounds daft, but I'm not that brilliant at reading instructions and kind of getting the job done, because of my dyslexia. I often read things wrong, but I've managed to do this. So stay with me, please, because I'm hoping that if your wheel isn't working, that by the end of this video it will be working. And I know when my steering wheel turned up, I plugged it into my computer, turned on Farming Simulator, nothing worked, and I was just absolutely gutted. It took probably took me 3 or 4, maybe even 5 hours getting it working. But the fix is like a 2-minute job. Finding how to do this was the bigger problem. I'm going to cough again, excuse me. Finding how to sort it out was the bigger problem. Actually doing it is a 2-minute job. So I'll show you how to do it. This is for PCs. I don't know what the thing is on consoles. I'm assuming... I don't know whether you can open your files and stuff on consoles. I actually know nothing about them at all, so I'm sorry about that. But it might work for you. I don't know if you can open your files up. It's always worth a try. With consoles, it might be plug and play. I don't know. I don't think it is with Farming Simulator. But enough rabbiting on. So basically, what you need to do to start off with is, I'm assuming that you've got all of your wheels set up, everything's plugged in, and you're ready to go. It's just that it's not working. I'll leave a video, a link to a video showing you how to set the wheel up if you haven't done yet. This is just to get it working. So yeah, if you haven't yet set it up and you don't know how or whatever, I'll leave the same video that I watched. I'll leave a link in the descriptions of the video so you can have a quick look at that as well. But basically, I found this. I was looking probably for about 3 for about 3 hours, I was looking all over the internet. I was going on Reddit forums. I was asking in groups in Facebook on farm simulator groups, and just nobody replied because they basically didn't know how to do it. So after about 3 hours of searching, I just came across this. So what we're just ignore all that. We're looking at this. It's just a little list of things that I did to kind of get it working. Okay. So what I would do with this, if I was you, is either take a screenshot or take a shot of it on your phone. So you can, if you've got a dual monitor, you're all right because you can push it to the side. If you haven't, then you'll need to take a little picture of this, just to kind of relate to as we're doing this. It is really easy, so don't worry. If I can do it, anyone can do it, honestly. I really struggle with this sort of thing usually, but I'm hoping that my hours of kind of pain will help you, so it only takes a few minutes. So we're going to follow these instructions. I'll do it really nice and slowly, as I would like myself if I was watching a video. If it's a bit too slow for you, then I do apologise, but I'm going to do this as if I was watching the video myself, and I would want it to be nice and simple and slow, so it's easy to follow. Okay, so we've found this. I will put this also in the video descriptions as well. I'll just copy and paste it in there so it's there for your reference. And I'm assuming now at this point you've taken a picture or a screenshot of this. So once you've done this, what I'm going to ask you to do is go here. I'll even leave a link to this place in the video descriptions as well. So you're going to come to this place. So it's code.visualstudio.com. Okay, and you're going to click on Visual Studio Code editing redefined. Okay. So don't worry about what it is or anything like that. Basically, once you've clicked on that, it will bring you to this page here. Don't worry about how complicated all that looks or anything. Honestly, don't let it put you off, because you're not going to do any of that. Just follow what I'm doing right to the end. Watch this video to the end, because I'm also going to show you how to input the buttons, because they aren't just plug and play as well, unfortunately. But what you're going to do, I want you to download for Windows. Okay, so you'll hit on this, follow the instructions for it to download. It'll probably come up asking if you want to give it permission on your PC or whatever, if you want to add it to your desktop. And just do all of that. Okay, once you've done that and you've downloaded it, what you'll have then, if I close this down, is you'll have this on your desktop, Visual Studio Code. Okay, you're going to need this because all we're going to do is basically copy and paste, I beg your pardon, 4 numbers, 4 digits from one file to another. That's all we're going to do. But if you don't have this, you can't edit the file. Okay, so we don't need to open this up or anything, or it just needs to be on your desktop. Okay, once you've done all this, you could uninstall this if you wanted to. I've got a feeling that the code might change every now and again, not very often, like maybe every year or two or something like that. So you might need to update it now and again. If all of a sudden your wheel stops working, there's a chance in the future there might have been an update or something, so the code might have changed. So it doesn't hurt to leave it on there. It doesn't take up much storage or anything like that. So I would just leave it if I was you. That's what I do anyway. So once you've got this on your desktop, we're going to follow the instructions. Okay, go back to here. So these instructions that I'll paste into the video descriptions, we're going to follow these and do this. Okay, I've got dual monitors, so I can just drag this to the side and it'll go on my other monitor. If you haven't, that's why I said take a picture of it, take a screenshot, whatever you want to do. But what we're going to do is follow this step by step. Okay, so the first one, it says open folder for my documents. Okay, so we're going to go down to the little yellow folder, click on there, and we're going to look for documents. Okay, so they should be here somewhere. Okay, so that's documents. It does say my documents. It might say my documents on your computer. It probably will say just documents. So either or, don't worry. Click on documents. Step 2, it says my games. So obviously we're going to look for my games, which is just here. So we're going to double click, open that folder up. And then step 3, it says open folder Farming Simulator 25. This is the game that I'm playing. It could be, if you're playing a different game and you're struggling with your wheel, it could be, I don't know, any racing game or any game that you're going to use your steering wheel for. So you need to open that game up. My game is Farming Simulator 25. So I'm going to double click, open that up. We're now met with this screen. Okay. So number 4, it says open log.txt. Okay, so there isn't anything here obviously that says log.txt, but there is one that says log. What it means by saying log.txt is that there's text in this log, so don't worry about that. So we're going to go to log, double click, and you're met with this. It does all look very confusing. But don't worry, honestly, it's just a case of, in the end, all it is copying and pasting 4 digits. That's what the whole thing is. Okay, I'm just going to do it nice and slow. So if there's people out there that's not as savvy, that it's hopefully straightforward for them. So then what it says is search the lines below for Thrustmaster B696. Okay, so we're going to scroll down until we can find that, and you'll see just here on that line there, look, it says Thrustmaster B696. Okay, now before we do anything here, I did exactly the same. What you might want to do here is, just in case you delete something by accident or change something by accident, nothing needs to be changed on this page, but take a screenshot now or take a photo with your phone, okay, just in case you delete something by accident, because if any of this is deleted, it's going to mess the whole thing up. So don't delete anything. We're not changing anything on here. All we're doing is copy and pasting. Okay, but I always take a picture just in case. So it's now saying, it says search for the lines for Thrustmaster B696, which we've found. Check your VER. Okay. So we're looking for VER. So we're looking along here, VER, and then you'll see you've got 4 digits here. Mine's 0504. Okay. So we're not changing anything, we're not deleting anything. All you're doing, highlight the 4 numbers, right click, and copy. Okay. So once you've got that copied, we can now shut this down. Okay. So then the next step, what it says is open folder input devices. So if we go up here, scroll up here, it says input devices. Okay. Open that up and you're met with all of these different console controllers. The next step, it says open file Thrustmaster T128 Xbox XML. So we just need to find what it says. It says Xbox, obviously we're on PC, I'm on PC, you're probably on PC, but it says Xbox. But I think because it's all, it doesn't say PC because it's Microsoft, it's the same kind of thing. So what we're looking for is this one, Thrustmaster 128 Xbox. So we're going to actually click on that. So make sure it's highlighted. Again, if you're on PlayStation, you could try this if it's not working, but I wouldn't know how to open the files and that. I'm not sure because I've never had, I don't have one, sorry. So once you've got this highlighted, you would right click. So if you double click on this and try and open it, you can open it. But when we're doing what we're going to do, it won't actually let you edit any of this. You can look at it, but you can't edit it. Okay, so that is the reason that we downloaded the Visual Studio Code. Okay, all it is an application to be able to open up and edit this sort of stuff. So we're not touching any of this because it won't let you edit it. So I'm just going to shut that down. Okay, I was just telling you why we downloaded Visual Code. Okay, so with this Thrustmaster 128 Xbox, we're going to now right click. This will only work if you did download it, and you need to download the Visual Studios. Okay, so now we can go to open with. Okay, so you go along and we're going to open it with Visual Studio Code. So click on that. You then met with this screen. Okay, so what this does is obviously it lets you edit it, whereas before you couldn't. So it says on the next step of the thing, replace the value of the version ID. Okay, so it's here. Basically your version ID is here. When you're on here, before you edit or change anything, you're only going to change 4 numbers anyway, but before you even touch it, take a screenshot, take a photo, just in case again you accidentally change something, because if you do, if you deleted one of these little icons, it would mess the whole thing up. So you've got to be very careful, but don't worry, because as long as you are careful, you're all right. This looks all very confusing, but it really isn't. Don't worry. So it says check version ID. So your version ID is up here, and you'll see 4 numbers again. Okay. So what you're going to do here, I'm not, because mine's already in, obviously. But what you're going to do here is highlight the 4 numbers here where it says version ID. So click on that, highlight them, make sure you haven't highlighted the symbols either side, and then all you're going to do, need to highlight them. There we go. Once you've got the 4 numbers highlighted, paste the 4 numbers that you got on from off the log file previously. Paste them in. Now I'm not going to paste it because mine's already in, and you'll see that the 4 numbers that are there on yours will change. Okay. So once you've pasted those 4 numbers in, what you're going to do then is go up to File and just click on Save. Okay. Once you've saved that, we'll close that down. And we'll also close this down. So, like I say, in the future, if the wheel gets updated or something like that, those numbers might change. So if all of a sudden your steering wheel stops working, just check the number in the log files. You can save this video on YouTube or whatever. And then if you need to resort back just to each time to, if you can't remember, then you've got the instructions on how to do it then. So make sure you keep watching this video to the end, because you're going to want to input your buttons as well. Okay, so I'm going to open up Farming Simulator. As I say, I don't play racing games. I only use the wheel for this. So if you're on a racing game, you're going to be able to remap your buttons and stuff. But I couldn't show you how to do that because I only do it on this game. Okay, so start a game up. Now, when I first got into the game, the steering wheel worked, but all of the buttons on the steering wheel, they had certain stuff mapped to them, so each button would do a thing. But I didn't want to. I didn't want those buttons to do those certain things, so I had to program the buttons to kind of do what I wanted to do. Now I'll show you how to do that. So make sure you keep on watching the video to the end, it's very important. Come on game, it takes a while to load up, this does. If this does help you by the end, please give it a like, maybe write in the comments a thank you. If hopefully it's got it working. I'm hoping to save little Tommy's and little Isabel's Christmas from disappointment. They all want to go on Farming Simulator and they can't because their wheel isn't working. Okay, so we'll go into a vehicle. Right, we'll go in this one, telehandler. So what I'm going to do is start this up, put some lights on. So to set up the buttons to do what you want, you're going to have to go to settings, controls, and you'll see along here, you're on controls, it says key 1, key 2, mouse, and if you click on the arrow to the right, it brings up Thrustmaster. Okay. Now, these was all set to do, they was all preset, but all of the buttons I wanted to change to kind of do what I did. So what I ended up doing was I kind of only on the Thrustmaster, I went down and I deleted every single one. So I had to start from scratch with the buttons. Now I'm actually waiting for I want to get a Thrustmaster stick as well, the Farm Sim stick. But currently they're on a 1 to 5 month dispatch, so I'm going to hold off on that, but I'm assuming I'll have to do the same thing for the stick as well, with the 4 digits. What you'll notice as well is, let me just scroll down, sorry, we've got, where's the lights? Here. Sometimes it will say a number instead of the actual button. Okay, so where it says here toggle lights, I've programmed my button on the steering wheel, button B, to turn on the lights, but for some reason on there it says 5. As long as it works, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. But what you're going to need to do, okay, to program any button in to do what you want, you're going to need to just follow these steps. And what I would do is, when you program all your buttons in, write them down. I've got like some A4 paper here. I wrote them all down. I even drew a little symbol of the button next to it, so I knew which button did what. Because the very first time I did this, I came on the next day and it had forgotten all the buttons, but I don't think it did. I don't think I saved them properly, so I actually think the problem was with me, not the steering wheel or my computer. So, but it's worth writing all the buttons down. Okay, so to change this, what you can do is you're going to just left click on your mouse, and then to delete that button, you're going to press backspace, which is above enter, and you'll see that's now deleted that button. Okay, so if I want to reprogram it, if I want to put a new button in, I would click on it again. So I'm going to just put my B button back in because that's what it was before. Okay, so obviously you can program anything to do whatever you want with whatever button. So for me to get that button back on and program it, I'm going to hold down the button for a couple of seconds, let it go, and it comes up then saying toggle light was remapped to whatever button. So you're going to hit enter. Okay, and don't close the screen down because it won't save. Make sure you press space. Excuse me, I've got a cold. Make sure you press save controls, because of what I think that's probably what happened. I didn't notice that at the bottom when I first did it, so I came on the next day and the buttons had all gone. I had to reprogram them all. So if I hit space, save successfully, and then we can press enter. So that's how you program your buttons in for your steering wheel. There's so many different things. I mean, that's why you've got the kind of farm stick that you can get eventually if you buy one. You can program it to do all of this stuff. Your steering wheel only has so many buttons, so obviously there's only so much you can do with it. Once you've hit save, you can then close it down and we can drive. So when I played this game before with my mouse and keyboard, I've played it on with mouse and keyboard for years. I'm using it now, so if you can see my driving, I'm using the W to go forward and A and D to go left and right. You'll see when you're turning corners and stuff, it's a bit twitchy, because all you can do is kind of keep hitting the buttons. So, you know, it's a bit twitchy. Might go around this corner. You have to kind of hit the button a few times. Whereas now, so if you watch me now, I'm using the wheel. There's no twitching. It's a lot nicer to use, so it's definitely worth getting it working. No twitching, all smooth, and you look like a professional. Yeah. Okay, so it's just fun as well, fun to use. I've programmed my flaps to basically just go up and down on the boom. Okay, so if I go up to this pallet, that's the clicking you can hear is the and hopefully scoop up this pallet if I've got them. There we go. And it also it really does help with loading, because you're not twitching all over the place. It's nice and smooth. It's so much easier to kind of load stuff onto trailers, etc., like this. So that's my left. So my right paddle is that one. My left one is down, up, down, easy. So we're going to drop that nice and slowly. Oops, we need to go forward a bit. Drop that. Down there. Like a professional now with your steering wheel. Also, it looks nice in this telehandler. In first person. So you can see steering wheel is not all twitchy as well, it's nice and smooth. So you can go here, nice and smooth, line it up, press off, flappy paddle down, and try and load this in first person. Going to be a bit lower. You can actually see. A bit lower, not that low. In, up. Look how cool that looks with the steering wheel, yeah? So that's about it really. I don't make these kind of videos. I only did it to try and help people out if they're really stuck. I do live stream Farm Simulator on my channel, make the odd videos. I'm going to make a series on Frontier of making my own farm at some point. But if this did help you, please, like I say, leave a comment, let me know if it did help you. With regarding consoles, I'm sorry, I don't know about them. This is PC. So I feel your pain and I hope you get it sorted. And I'm hoping that this has kind of saved Christmas in 2024. But if it helps anybody else out, you know, please leave a like, comment, say thank you, say hello, whatever. And I mean, if you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome, but it's not necessary, so don't worry about it. But thank you very much. I'm going to end the video there, and I really hope that this has helped some people out. If if it saves you the 4 or 5 hours that I spent trying to get this working, then it's worth it for me. So thank you very much and take care. Have a nice Christmas in 2024 and beyond. Take care. Bye bye.